Mine, and this is my podcast of art, animals, and spirit. This episode is all about art and the sacred flow, creating from the unseen. Today, we're diving into the magic of art and creation, but not just in the traditional sense. I want to talk to you about the kind of art that whispers to you, that flows through you, the kind of creativity that feels like it's coming from someplace else. If you've never, ever picked up a brush or a pen or sat in front of a blank canvas, no worries. Anybody can do this. But when you do it, have you ever felt something stirring inside of you? A quiet nudge, a presence? If so, then you've already met what I like to call the muse within. So make a cup of tea, take a deep breath, and settle in. Because today we're exploring the unseen world behind creativity and the soul's invitation to create from spirit. Let's begin with the muse. Not the mythical figure on a pedestal, but the living presence within each of us. That inner whisper, that spark, that part of you that knows how to play, how to dream, how to express something that words just can't quite touch. The muse demands perfection. I'm sorry, the muse does not demand perfection. She does not care if your lines are straight or your colors are coordinated. Does not. There's no perfection. Just let your inner perfectionist just kind of sit back and relax and not say anything. I say this from experience because I'm a reformed perfectionist. So your muse only wants you to show up, to listen, to let yourself be moved by something greater than logic. Sometimes a muse is gentle, a flicker of inspiration while walking in the woods, or watching your cat stretch in a patch of sunlight, or your dog. Other times she rushes in like a wild storm, waking you in the middle of the night with a vision, an idea, a need to create. That has happened to me. The muse isn't something we conjure. She's something we remember. She's the voice of our spirit asking to come through. And when we let her in, that's when we begin painting with spirit. So in my course that I have created, Awaken Your Creative Spirit, this is exactly what I teach. When I paint intuitively, I don't begin with a plan. I begin with a feeling, a color that calls to me, or a texture that I want to feel under my hands. Sometimes I close my eyes and just let the energy guide me. It's not about technique. It's not even about art. It's about surrender. It's about listening. When I paint with spirit, I enter a kind of trance, and this trance is more of a meditative, receptive space where time disappears and the thinking mind softens. It's not about making something beautiful. It's about letting something real emerge, something that carries truth. Often when I step back and look at what has appeared on my canvas, I see messages in the brush strokes, a shape I didn't consciously place, a symbol that speaks directly to what I'm feeling or what I needed to hear but didn't know it. There have been times when I've painted and then received messages from spirit through the artwork itself. A bird, a door, a set of eyes looking back at me. It's as if an unseen world is speaking through color and form, offering comfort, insight, and sometimes even healing. Have you ever had that happen? Where you create something and it teaches you something new? That's the mystery, that's the magic. That's when art becomes a portal to the soul. So, what I mean by that is art bypasses the ego. It bypasses the fear of not being enough. It lets us touch the deepest parts of who we are without needing to explain or justify any of it. Sometimes, when we don't have words, the soul paints instead. And this is where healing begins, because when we create from that sacred place, we begin to see ourselves. We begin to witness our grief, our joy, our longing, our light. We realize we're not broken, we're just unfolding. Art is one of those few spaces where we can be exactly who we are. Raw, messy, glorious, free. And remember, it's not about the outcome. It's about the connection between the soul and the canvas. When I do art, it is exactly like, it feels like my soul is reaching out to express itself. This is why I believe art is more than expression. It is a revelation between the inner world and the outer one. That's where you get the connection. So, how do we create from the unseen? How do we invite spirit into our practice? Whether you're painting, writing, sculpting, or simply making dinner with intention and love, how do we invite a spirit in? Here's how. We slow down, we listen, and we trust. We allow ourselves to be moved by something we cannot always name. Creating from the unseen doesn't mean waiting for a lightning bolt of inspiration. It means sitting with the unknown and letting it become visible, one mark at a time. It means letting the spirit of a tree move through your brush, letting the memory of a loved one color your palette, letting the energy of the moon guide your rhythm. When we create this way, we become vessels, channels, partners in a dance between the visible and the invisible. And the beauty is, you don't have to be an artist to do this. You just have to be willing to show up, willing to get messy, willing to let go of what it's supposed to look like or what it's supposed to be, and let it become what it wants to be. So if you're listening right now and you feel creatively stuck, or maybe a little afraid to begin, I want to tell you this. You don't have to do it alone. Your muse is already with you. Your soul is ready to speak. The unseen world is listening. It's eager to co-create something beautiful with you. Pick up the brush, open the journal, dance in the kitchen, make a mark, however small. Let it be imperfect. Let it be true. And most of all, let it be yours. because your art is not just what you make it, it's how you heal. It's how you connect. It's how you remember who you really are. Thank you for joining me in this sacred creative space today. If this episode sparked something in you, I would love to hear about it. Share your experiences, your art, or even your fears, because it's all part of the journey. You can reach out to me, Shelley Devine, at art.animals.spirit@gmail.com. And if you want to join my program, where this is exactly what I teach and guide you through, go to my website at infinitesoulreadings.com. And it will lead you there. If you have questions, email me. And if you know somebody whose soul needs this reminder, feel free to pass this episode along. Thank you so much for listening to me. Until the next time, may your creativity be wild, your spirit be open, and your heart always knows the way.